Hi everyone, this is Cody, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of this Cabelas Xenon bulb flashlight. Now this flashlight is actually pretty old. I'm not sure how old exactly. I know they currently don't make these, at least as far as I know. And it's a little bit outdated, so it's kind of, it's not going to keep up with today's flashlights. But I actually really like this one, just because of how simple it is and how durable and just good quality it is. So this is the smallest version. So here on I found on the website, basically here's a bit of information about them. And then they had so this is the 6 volt, and then they had a 9 volt and a 12 volt. So the different variations. And I can't remember what the lumens are on the other ones. I think this one is rated for like 80 lumens or 60 lumens or something. I think it was 60. But it really does seem brighter than that. Maybe not, but I guess the color is kind of a, instead of like a white LED, like, oh that's red, hold on a second. Instead of like a white LED like that, is more of a, an amber, or whatever you want to call it. And it makes a nicer beam, and I just kind of like that. And then it has this orange peel reflector in there. I'm not sure, it makes a really nice beam. And then it's solid. It's really solid. It's made out of metal. It's got on the rear, so the tail cap, it's got 2 O-rings, and then this comes off. Now when I got this, I actually got this used, and the switch I guess didn't work, so I just took it out and clicked it a bunch of times, put it back in, twisted it a bit, and it started working. So the switch works now. It takes 2 CR123s. It doesn't mention anything about the rechargeables, but I think if I got the RCR123s, the 3 volt ones versus the 4.2 volt, that it would work. So then they just go in there. Now, up on this end, the cool thing is, so this comes off, and then there's an O-ring and glass in there, so it's fully sealed. And this light is fully waterproof. I'm not sure for how deep, but for just submerging it, it has held up fine. So here is the orange peel reflector with the bulb, and then the springs. Now what I realized is I can find on eBay a Cree XML2 emitter that basically is the same as this, and then put that in there. So what I could do is do that, and then grab a couple of the RCR 123A batteries, and then this thing will be a 1000 lumen monster and a really small package and a great quality. So I could do that, but I kind of just want to keep it retro like it is, and I kind of like it this way. So for now I'm doing that. I will update you if I decide to do something better. But there we go. So it comes with a nice sheath. I actually happen to have 2 sheaths for it, but it just fits in there. And just for size comparison, this is my Nightcore SRT7. So it's smaller. It's kind of a shiny black versus more of a matte black. This is the black SRT7. Now the switch, this one is like you press it, if you half press it when it's off, it'll go on. Whereas this one, that doesn't work. You have to switch it on and then let up. Then it's on. But if you half press it when it's off, it'll turn off. So if you were to signal in Morse code, you would have to do it with it on and kind of reverse your signaling. Whereas this, it's just simple. So the switch, I would have preferred the other sort, but it works good. Now, I think it's time to actually go outside and have a look at see what this thing can do. Now, obviously, with my camera, it's all going to look much better in real life. Everything is much brighter. So I'm going to be comparing it as usual to this 2D cell Maglite. It has the 140 lumen LED upgrade. If you've watched any of my other flashlight videos, you'll know I always compare stuff to this. So it's a good reference. And if you don't know how bright this is or what it looks like, you can compare it to other flashlights. And you should be able to compare it to something that's probably like what you own. So let's go try it out. Okay, so now we have the lights out. Now, you'll just have to take my word for it. This camera cannot do night very well. I don't really have a good camera that can do night video well at all. So everything is much dimmer, and you can't even really see out to the distances this thing can throw. So first we're going to do the Maglite. Now, the Maglite can outthrow pretty much any of my flashlights. I think it might even be able to do better than the Nightcore, just because of the huge reflector, even though it's not very bright. So this probably will show up as the better one, but the other looks to be brighter, even though it's not necessarily. So here we go. That's off out in the distance, kind of by the trees. And then, now I can see all of that pretty well in real life, but it's just one spot. It's not really lighting that much up. But again, it's nice distance. I like the color of the LED I have in the Maglite. So then here's a slightly closer bush. Again, I can see it, and it kind of lights up most everything around it. And then coming down into the grass closer up, that's kind of what it looks like. Now I'll do the same thing with the Cabelas. So I'm starting out over there. Now as you can see, there's kind of a tree closer up there. Now this, basically, you can see everything the same at this distance, except you can see a lot more. It's a much smoother beam. There's not a defined spot, but yet it is a kind of a very focused beam. I really like the way it looks. It's got the more amber bulb in it, and it's just a really fun light to use. It kind of makes you feel more connected with nature. It's not too bright, but it's definitely bright enough. This one and the Maglite are two of my favorite low-powered lights. They're not quite so practical, but they're really nice to use, and they're a great light to just go on the walk with. And then here's the slightly closer up bush. Again, I can see it very well. I can see everything well in real life. And then down on the grass. And now, just for kicks, let's take out the Nightcore SRT7. So that's kind of what we're looking at back there. Again, this just completely blinds me looking at all that. Then there's the closer bush, and there's down on the grass. So obviously it's nothing to compare to, but with the warmer color LED in the Maglite, it's got a slightly warmer color one, and then the Xenon bulb, the warm color version of it, I don't know, I really like the light. It makes it look brighter, and it's just overall more enjoyable. So I guess it's not so much a recommendation, since you can't really buy these anymore. But if you happen to run across one and you like stuff like this, it's definitely a light you'll be picking up quite a bit. I would recommend probably getting some sort of rechargeable. Oh, I thought I saw a deer. Apparently not, just a glow bug. It might be worth investing in some rechargeables, considering it will run through batteries. I'm not really sure the runtime, but I don't know. Anyway, so that's been my review on the, I forget what these are called, on this Cabelas light. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video.